Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1930 shilling from the reign of King George V, the coin we can see on screen now. I'll first go through the design of the coin and then move on to the facts and figures. So here we have the reverse design done by George Kruger Gray, whose initials KG can be seen to the top. Below this we then have a crown above a lion above a crown, so a crowned lion stood atop the crown. A very cool design there, and good detail, of course, all done by hand. To the bottom is then the denomination and the date, so 1 shilling from 1930, so that's the denomination or value of the coin and the year it was struck. And then to the top, to the sides, we can see there the wording in Latin, the legend in Latin, reading Fid Def Ind Imp. And this translates from the Latin to English as Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India, referring to the titles of King George V, who we'll soon see on the obverse. The last detail for the reverse is the teeth or milling around the rim to stop clipping. And now moving on to the obverse here, as we can see, to the portrait of King George V. We see him facing to the left here, and his portrait was done by Bertram McKennell, and the initials BM for Bertram McKennell can just be seen there on the truncation of his neck. As I say, he's facing left, and he has no crown, so a left-facing bare head bust. Around him is a Latin legend reading Georgius V. de gra Brit om Rex, translating to English this time as George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. So the rest of his titles as monarch, and referring to how he's been chosen to be monarch by God, God has willed him onto the throne, the divine right of kings, as was believed. And the teeth, milling or beads are still there on the obverse as well, again to stop clipping and stealing of any silver around the edges. Now then, moving on to the facts and figures, we find out the coin was minted at the Tower Hill Mint in London, where the Royal Mint was based, between 1810 to 1975. The coin is composed of 0.500 silver, so 50% silver, and the other half, the other 50%, is composed out of manganese, so there's two metals there alloyed together within the coin. The weight of the shilling has remained unchanged ever since 1816 and set to 5.65 grams, with the diameter again unchanged since 1816 at 23 millimeters. So a fairly medium-sized coin. There are many smaller and many larger denominations. The mintage of the 1930 shilling is fairly low, only 3,137,092 were struck. So it's not a rare or scarce date, but is much rarer than other dates of this era. The shilling coin is a 12 pence piece, of course worth 1 shilling, which is 1/20th of a pound sterling, so 20 of these coins within every pound. And back in 1930, 1 shilling was equal to £4 and 3 pence today. So a coin with a decent buying power, similar in some ways to a £5 note today, a little bit less for a comparison there for the time. And the shilling was demonetised in 1990 after serving as a 5 pence piece for a short while after decimalisation. Now then, moving on to the value of the coin today, it'll sell for around £6 in poor condition, £15 in fine condition, £50 in extremely fine condition, and £100 in uncirculated grade. So boosted prices there for all the other 50% shillings, as this is the rarest one, the key date for 50% shillings. So look out for 1930 if you have any old 50% shillings, and please do comment down below if you have one. So there we go. Of course, please as well do subscribe to the channel if you've learnt something new and enjoyed. Thank you for watching to the end, much appreciated, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs.